This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your website and business. More on them a little bit later.
Take a look again at what just happened. Watch on the right side of your screen. Outside. Ross Chastain used the wall all the way around this racetrack to race his way into the championship four.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. What the flying mother of has happened here? And we'll get to that, but firstly I've got to fill some time with a cheap intro. So hey there guys, I'm Will, welcome to FP1, and if you've been brave enough to grace F1 Twitter in the past few days, I'm willing to bet you've seen the video of NASCAR Cup Series driver Ross Chastain making up 5 positions by riding the outside wall like he's Sonic the f***ing Hedgehog. Now I appreciate that a fairly large portion of my fan base are, like myself, Brits, and therefore given the tremendous coverage that NASCAR gets here in the UK, know absolutely nothing about it. And I'll be honest, before this video I knew about as many NASCAR drivers as I've had girlfriends. Can you tell I really just want the views and money off this? And a girlfriend. So anyway, I thought I'd fill you all in and explain exactly what happened here. But before we get to that, and going back to talking about money, a big thank you to Squarespace for kindly offering to sponsor this video. If you didn't know, Squarespace provides you with the tools to produce your own beautiful website, which might be all the more necessary given the cesspit Twitter's turned into recently. What I love about the builder is how easy it is to use. Putting together your web page is super simple. Simply pick from one of Squarespace's templates, and then go in depth and edit any facet of it you desire. Soon enough, you'll have your own standout website, and after that, it's completely up to you what you decide to do with it. But I'll say it again, an FP1 fan page is a huge gap in the market right now. And whatever you decide, you can keep tabs on your site thanks to Squarespace's analytics tools, which help you reach exactly the audience you want. Once you've got their attention, you can have all your other socials nicely in one place, which means more followers for you, and more opportunities when you're out with your mates to be an entitled dick. Anyway, be sure to head over to squarespace.com to start building your website today. And once you're ready to go live, go to squarespace.com/FP1Will or use the code on screen to get 10% off your first purchase. This also helps support me and the channel, so you know what to do. Head over to the link in the description. Thanks then to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Now back to NASCAR. Let's begin then with the basics. NASCAR is an American racing series where a bunch of fat men drive around in circles for 4 hours. No, I'm just kidding. Kinda. No, NASCAR is far more complex than that, and the Cup Series is currently in the middle of its playoffs, a format where those eligible to go for the championship are gradually whittled down until only 4 remain in the straight winner-takes-all finale. So, for the F1 fans out there, think of it as Abu Dhabi 2021 at the end of every single year. It's better than it sounds, I promise. Drivers will earn playoff points over the course of the regular season, and come its end, the champion plus the 15 drivers with the most wins progress into the round of 16. Everyone else will still be able to race though, just will be automatically locked out of the championship. Leads to more housery, I guess. Each round of the playoffs consists of 3 races, and if you win any of them, you're automatically progressed to the next one. You'll still earn playoff points, however. So, as the championship contenders are cut down to 12, the winners who automatically made it through will be joined by those next highest in the championship. Still with me? This process repeats itself as the field is cut down to 8, and it's in the last race of this round where our story begins. Let's talk about Ross Chastain, nicknamed the Melon Man, which sounds like it's come straight from one of my comedy review videos. Ross, you'll fit right in over here. The Floridian has been racing in NASCAR since 2014, joining the Cup Series in 2017, but hasn't found proper success until this year. He went from a season's best finish of 20th in 2021 to taking home 2 wins at the Texas Grand Prix and Geico 500 in 2022. This booked him a slot in the postseason playoffs, and up to the 3rd round, he was kind of scraping through by the skin of his teeth. Cut to the final 8 though, and Chastain was on a mad one, taking 2nd place finishes in the first 2 races. Despite these strong results, however, he was by no means confirmed a spot in the final 4 showdown. Remember, you need to have a win for that, and Chastain would instead find himself battling for that final spot in the finale with a man named Denny Hamlin. You may well know that name, 48 wins and 312 top 10s in the Cup Series alone since 2005, and with 2 of those victories coming in 2022, he was a strong contender for the title. Thing is, Chastain and Hamlin knew each other all too well, Ross using the veteran as a makeshift braking device at Gateway earlier in the year, leading to Denny deliberately driving like he was playing Euro Truck Simulator as a form of payback. Fast forward to Atlanta, and Chastain was at it again, spinning Hamlin out of a top 5 finish in the closing stages of the event. Basically, the Melon Man is f***ing lethal. So coming into this final race, Chastain would have to beat Hamlin if he wanted to have any chance of getting into the final 4. But it wasn't looking great from the outset. Despite being outqualified by Chastain, Hamlin was up into the lead by the end of the first stage of the race, and he'd remain there come the close of stage 2 as well. Ross, meanwhile, was stuck back in 8th and only slipped back further in the final half of the event, his title hopes looking to be going up in smoke. But all wasn't so smooth for Hamlin either. He too was falling back in the final phases of the race, and as the cars made their final tour around the Martinsville Speedway, he was down in P5, but his title rival Chastain was still 10th. These were the positions with just 1 corner to go, and had everyone taken that final turn normally, Hamlin would have scraped into the final 4, with Chastain just missing out. Though all hope looked lost, Ross wasn't one to give up, deciding in a last-ditch attempt to ram his number 1 car into the outside wall and try to pull off what all the esports drivers were doing around Monaco a few years ago. If driving head-on into a barrier at speeds of over 210 kilometers an hour sounds downright crazy to you, you'd be right, but you've got to remember that NASCAR drivers are from the United States and thus have far smaller brains than the rest of the world. Look, I'm just proud with myself it's taken this long into the video before I insulted the American species. Give me a break. Incredibly though, the move worked, as Chastain went from 10th to 5th in 1 corner, just getting past Hamlin before the finish line, setting a lap so quick, it beat the one set by pole sitter Chase Elliott in qualifying, and is now the official record for the Martinsville circuit. What a way to do it. Perhaps the funniest part of all this is the reactions from the rest of the field. Even Hamlin, having just seen a chance of a maiden Cup Series title snatched away on the line, could only praise his rival for his out-of-the-box thinking. Ross himself claimed he got the idea from crashing the car in video games, meaning there may just be hope for me yet, who knows. So now Chastain goes into the finale inside the top 4 and in the fight for the title for the first time in his career. And if you haven't checked out NASCAR before, the final race takes place on the 6th of November. And I know I'll be tuning in to see how the Melon Man gets on. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see even more NASCAR content on the channel, be sure to let me know by smashing that like button and clicking that red subscribe button. We're trying to aim for 60,000 subscribers by the end of 2022, so you clicking that button would really help me out. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and you'll be able to find the links to all their stuff down in the description and pinned comment. And final kudos go over to my patrons, and if you want to help support me and the channel, the links to all that and my other socials are down there too. But for now, that's all from me, so I'll see you soon with another video, but until then, have a good one.